holding hands in silence. Watch the evil black the sky.
Jeff really enjoyed searching. Jeff really enjoyed exploring. He had fantastic technical gifts. He could sing anything.
This power is no mystery to us now. Leave your spirit genocide.
Your voice, where does it come from? I mean, is it physical, spiritual?
Just the same place where your voice comes from.
I don't have your voice, unfortunately.
I don't have your voice.
No,
I wouldn't, what I mean is,
it's natural.
it's just, you know, your voice is your essence. It's the most, ask any singer, it's the most revealing thing you could possibly do.
The cancer you won't remove. We cast our
He was also a really trained musician, something that he tended to downplay a little bit, but he could play a lot of instruments, he had a lot of technique. So the possibilities open to him were just tremendous.
turn your head away from the screen.
It was such a goofy accident. You know, on a whim, he and a friend stopped, they were looking at the river, they were waiting for the band to arrive in town to rehearse for the album. And he jumped in the river with his clothes on and his shoes on and got caught up in the current and drowned.
To the people that the public can't ignore. This way of life is so
But I think one of the reasons people who knew Jeff are still really unsettled and in fact don't want to talk for things like this is that it just seemed like a mistake. It was just sort of, wait a minute, I demand a recount. Until his body was found a week later, a lot of people just believed it was some kind of a terrible practical joke or something. It just didn't seem possible that it could happen like that. Jeff had a million ideas and was not blocked in how far he could pursue them. So I think he, like a jazz musician, really enjoyed this stretching out, trying different things, playing it this way, turning it on its head and playing it that way, trying a song like this, trying a song like that. And the process of exploring for him was the fun and was the art. And for a long time, he resisted even being nailed down to a record deal, to a band, to a lot of things. He could have been signed 15 minutes after he got to town, but he actually put the brakes on and said, I'm not ready yet, I want to work this out. I feel like I don't know enough about how to handle a crowd. I feel like I don't know enough about where I want my music to go. So, fantastic to watch. It was like watching a great painter or something. Say, I could do it this way, I can do it that way, I can do it with more red, I can do it with more yellow.
Pearls in your kiss, a singing smile, coffee smell, lilac skin, your flame in me. 29 pearls in your kiss, a singing smile, coffee smell, lilac skin, your flame.
You know, people loved Grace so much, people had different ideas about what they wanted Jeff to be, that whatever he did next was going to upset some people, and you know, a lot of people just wanted more Grace, more Grace. A lot of people before that wanted more Sinead, more Sinead.
No, everybody here wants you.
He set out to make My Sweetheart the Drunk, which is what he said he was going to call it. With Tom Verlaine, he fought to have Verlaine produce. He felt Verlaine had something that he wanted. They understood each other in a way, both being musicians. And after a bunch of different sessions around New York, they went to Memphis to make the album down there. It was only supposed to be 2 or 3 songs to kind of prove to the record company that Verlaine was the right guy to produce the album. It was only a demo session. Jeff and Tom decided basically to try and get an album's worth of stuff done on the sly.
Our eyes locked in outcast love, I sit here proud.
And that's the first disc of what's now called Sketches for My Sweetheart the Drum. It was a complete album. People say, oh, it was demos, Jeff would have done this or that with it, and who knows what Jeff would have done. Again, he was never satisfied. He probably would have thrown away Grace if he could have gotten away with it and started over.
I know everybody here wants you.
A lot of people around Jeff were tying themselves into knots with, well, would he have done this? Would he have changed that? What if, what if, what if? And as Mary, as his mom said, you know, what if doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is what is. This is what we have.
The tears we cried.
I think we're really lucky to have it. And I didn't expect it because I'd heard Jeff play the songs, but I hadn't heard any of the recordings until he died. And I expected some real rough, unfinished stuff. And I was just knocked out when I heard how far he and the band in Verlaine had actually gotten. I think we're really lucky that they worked that hard in that short period.
Sound just like a scream. I don't know what you mean. Your witchcraft's all around me in your ragged pagan scene. You tell me all the ways around my garden that you like. I float just like a bubble heading for the spy.
Jeff was so resistant to the whole mythology of the young modern. He was not in any way enamored of the romance of dying young and leaving a beautiful corpse and all that baloney. It just was nothing to do with him. He wanted to have a lifetime career. The musicians he looked to were guys in their 50s and 60s. That's what he aspired to be.
Would you like to see him suffer for your fantasy and thrill?
And that's one of the really cruel ironies of what happened. He was a lifer. He was in it for the long haul. He was in the not just music. He was in the whole show for the long haul. You know, he would have made a great cranky old man. So, you know, I hope people appreciate the music because it's not as much as we deserved, but it's more than we had any right to expect.
This is the Music Factory.